Hi everyone, welcome back to Angela's Craft Room. Firstly, this card that we did in the last video, I just wanted to show you that when I went off camera, I adhered my flower. Remember we did it in 3 layers. If you didn't see this video, just have a look at it. Because it did take quite a while. It was a 45-minute video, but we did do a couple of techniques, and so that's why it took that long. So after I went off camera, I just added some Wink Stella on each level, and when it dried, it just looked so nice, and I just really loved the 3D look of that flower. And then I just added a couple of pearls onto my flowers, and on the eye, on the sentiment, I just put a little pearl there. So I just wanted to quickly show those that saw that, and the video was going quite long, so I said I'd do it when I went off camera. So that was the finished card. So that's going off to my mother-in-law for her birthday, which I'm sure she'll like. Now today I wanted to show you the new Stampin' Up adhesive sheets. That's what they're called, adhesive sheets. Now in the pack you get, how many do you get? You get 12, and they're 6 inches by 12 inches, and believe me, they will last you a long time. But what I wanted to show you is a bit of a trick on how to use them with the lovely Floral Phrases Thinlit dies. Well, it's the Floral Phrases bundle that we're going to be using today, but instead of using it on a wedding card, I am going to show you, I'm going to do it on a birthday card today, because I've had a request for a birthday card and they really like this Thinlit, and so I'm just going to make it into a birthday card. But mainly today I just wanted to show you how I use the adhesive, the new adhesive strips. So to start with, for our card, I cut my base in Whisper White at 8.5 by 5.5, and then I scored it at 4 1/8. Okay, then I used my bone folder as normal and just gave it a good burnish. And you most probably can see I've got a couple of marks down here, but it doesn't matter because they're going to be covered. Okay, and then just on the inside I cut a piece of Whisper White just to fit inside my card, and I stamped the lovely flower from the Floral Phrases stamp set. I'm getting pretty tongue-tied today. So for those that haven't seen it, it's that flower there, and it's just gorgeous. I do mainly use this stamp bundle for my wedding cards, but you could easily do it in a birthday card as we're going to do it today. Then the next piece is I've used Elegant Eggplant, and that measures 4 inches, no sorry, yes, 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And then you'll need a piece of Whisper White, which is going to be going down here after we've cut out the Thinlits, and that measures 4 inches by 3.5 inches. Okay, so to start with, just pop that aside, we want to cut out our Floral Phrases, and normally we just pop it on there and put our, if I can just pick it up, our piece that goes on the top, and we would run it through our big shot. But I wanted to show you how good these adhesive sheets were. So what I do for this particular Thinlit die is I cut the adhesive sheet piece exactly the same size as my Whisper White. Now the trick is we need to peel this piece off, And because I've cut it, oh, it's going to behave itself for me today. So sorry if that's off camera. So you just need to get a little piece off like that. And then what I did was, because we need to remove this strip without pulling the glue off. And try not to put your hands on the glue because it will transfer onto your cardstock, which won't be good. So I'm just going to place that down carefully, not to... It would be a lot easier if I didn't have it cut to the perfect size, but this way you're not wasting a lot of your adhesive strips. Now just excuse my head if it goes in camera because I need to get this down. Might just... There you go. So now that is stuck to the adhesive sheet. Okay, so then all you do is grab your floral framelits and just position it as normal, and this piece is going to go on the top just as normal, like I've done wedding cards for you before and showed you how to cut this through the Big Shot. It's no different. The only extra step is we're doing it on an adhesive sheet, and that's what I wanted to show you today. So then the sandwich that you would put that through, you need your base plate, your Big Shot base plate. Just go, oops, just go out a bit. And then you need your thin die adapter, and then your precision plate, very important. I don't recommend this Thinlit unless you have the precision plate. And then you would just put your cardstock on top of there, position it where you want it, and then you're just going to put your piece at the top here, and then just one clear plate on top, and you're going to run that through your Big Shot. So I'm not going to do the Big Shot on my desk because it makes my camcorder do all sorts of funny things. But then when you've brought it off, just as normal, once it would be normally all cut, and then it would still be stuck to that white piece of paper, right? And then you would just get your foam die adapter up, your die brush, sorry, and you would just do your normal thing. And then what happens is it would come out like that. So it would come out like that, but it has the adhesive strip on the top. And this is what makes it so fabulous, because I used to have to, like once I cut it out, I used to have to put all the fine tip glue everywhere, and this is where this is so much easier now. So now I'm just going to peel off that piece that is stuck on the back, and it leaves all the glue over the entire thing, which I just think is fabulous, because if I'm making a few of these, this just makes my life so much easier. So now I'm just going to put the edge of this down first, right, and then just let the rest go down. And isn't that just so much easier to stick down using those adhesive strips? It's unreal. I just love it. I'm so addicted to it. And if you do get a little bit of glue on there, all you've got to do is just very lightly if you get a little bit of that adhesive glue, you just simply use your adhesive remover and it will come off quite easy. But I just wanted to really show you that today because I was just thrilled with it. Then I'd bring back in my card, and then that's going to go on the front of my card like so. So I just want to make sure that that is, I should have a piece of grid paper, but I haven't. So just make sure that that is stuck down. Then I bring in my multi-purpose liquid glue, and I'm going to just start in the middle in case I get a blob like that, and I'm just going to go around like I normally do because I still want to be able to move this if I don't get it exactly straight. But don't you think those adhesive backing strips are just wonderful? Backing sheets, I should call them. I do. I think they're wonderful. So I'm just going to squish out my blob in the middle there. And trying not to get glue on my hands, we're just going to pop that down. So lucky I did use, because I've gone down a bit crooked. So the multi-purpose liquid glue is good for this because it just gives you that time that you can move it. I mean, it could have come down a bit more, but I'm not really worried. I'm not going to play too much with it. So that is down now. Just brush off any little shavings we have there from die cutting it. Okay, so when you cut out this particular thinlet, you will salvage with all that, or once all this is cut out, 2 little flowers like that. Like I like to keep those, and I'm going to use them on the card as well. So I also, using the layering ovals, I stamped out on a piece of Whisper White this birthday greeting from Birthday Blooms stamp set, and then used from the layering ovals, the scalloped edge, the one that was just a little bit bigger, so we can have a nice border round there. So then I need to put my glue back upside down so it doesn't clog up. Then I'm going to grab my dimensionals and just put about 4 on the back of my sentiment, just so it pops up from my card a little bit. Then I'll just hit the middle of them and they'll come off super easy. And you do get instructions with those adhesive sheets, so just follow the instructions or just have a quick look at the beginning of this video again and you'll be fine. So I just want to try and get that down. So I got it centered, and then you could have it to the side, or you could have it in the middle Just depends what you want to do. But I'm going to have it to the side a little bit like that. And I think I'll just grab a little bit of snail for that. So when you're using the snail, just make sure that you put it down exactly where you want it. Press it down. So I think that looks really nice in the elegant eggplant, even as a birthday. So then I want to just pop a couple of flowers here. So I'm going to use my fine tip glue pen for that. And just pop a little bit, and I do mean a little bit, because you don't want it oozing out everywhere. So just put your first one down, just hold it for a couple of seconds. And then just my second one. Got a bit, because I don't want it coming out on the card. So we're just going to pop this one where I'll just pop it about there. So every time I cut out this Thinlit, I always save these little flowers in a container because they do come in handy. Then I'm going to put a pearl in the middle of there, and even though I am using Stampin' Up's adhesive pearls, I do like to just put a dot, and I do mean just a little dot, so of fine tip glue pen, so that I know that they're going to stay there for quite a long time. They're not going to come unstuck, especially if you're making a card to give away or for an order. You don't want it coming undone. So then you've got your little pearls there, and you could put a little pearl on the eye if you wanted to. Just a little bit of fine tip glue pen, and I'm just using the smaller pearls. These are the new pearls that Stampin' Up have brought up now, so you just get the two sizes, the big pearl and the little pearl. You don't get that strip anymore, which is a bit of a shame because I did like using the strips on my butterflies. So then I'm just going to put dab of glue. I'll do one at a time, and I'm going to take one of the big pearls this time and just pop it down in place. Then just, oh, look at that. What did I do? I was going to put a small pearl there, but I think that I'm going to have to put another big one. That's what happens, see? A big blob of glue comes out. So I'm going to have to put a big pearl there. The glue will dry clear, but and then I usually just put I like to do 3 pearls when I'm doing this sort of thing, but I'm just going to take one of the smaller pearls and put there. And just dab with your cotton bud. And as I say, that glue will dry clear, so all is good. But I hope you like that, me showing you how I use the adhesive sheets. I really love them, and I think that using that Floral Phrases bundle as a birthday card with the different sentiments worked out quite well actually. And then the person's got plenty of room to write up there with you stamping your flower there. So I hope you really enjoyed that bit of information for you today. And until next time, happy crafting!